Hello and welcome to my channel. Happy Friday. Today I got a fun little video for you today. I'm going to be giving you guys a little history lesson on the brand Kramer and going to be doing a full review on this guy. This is a 1987 Kramer KS-400. This was a little budget level Strat copy. As you can see, made in Indonesia. And I'm going to give you guys a full history lesson on the brand and show you guys how this sounds, and we'll get into that right now. Okay, so as far as guitar brands go, Kramer has a bit of an interesting history. They got their start in 1976, and that's when they were doing a whole bunch of aluminum necked guitars. They had a pretty interesting fork headstock. I'll show you guys a picture of that right now. And then after the aluminum neck guitars, they started in 1981 putting out some shred style guitars, and that's kind of on brand with how things were going in the 80s. Everything was going from psychedelic rock to hard rock. Obviously Eddie Van Halen was one of the first ambassadors of Kramer. He signed with Kramer in 1983 mainly because of the Floyd Rose tremolo. It was the Kramer was the first brand that was allowed to mass produce guitars with the Floyd Rose tremolo, and Eddie was fascinated by that, and that's overall what won him over. So in between 1983 to 84, they moved from the what they called the beak style headstock to the banana style headstock, which looked like this one, but it had a bit of a rounded neck, or a rounded end right here, and I'll show you guys a picture of that as well. Okay, and come 1985, Kramer is officially the biggest guitar brand in the world. They were outselling Fender, Gibson, anybody at the time. And so everybody wanted one. Eddie Van Halen was still playing his, and so what Kramer did is they were making so many guitars in 1986 they had to get with ESP and start having them do the manufacturing for them. So for their overseas models, what they did is they had them manufactured in plants in Korea, and for their American made series, what they did is they had ESP make all their Japanese high quality materials, send them over to the plant in Neptune, New Jersey, and that's where they would be assembled, and that was the American Kramers. Okay, and Kramer was riding high in 1985, and then 85 ended in 86. They took a page out of Jackson's book. They went to this little pointy headstock instead of the rounded one that they had. And then in 86, they had essentially this same logo, but all the letters were the same size. You can see that the K is big and the R is small. This is what's called the pyramid logo, and this came about in 1987. Okay, and the first big issue that Kramer ran into happened in 1986. As I said, they were doing their overseas production in South Korea. And in 1986, the labor union in South Korea got together and they went on strike. So because of this, a whole bunch of the factories in South Korea shut down, and they had to move their production over to Indonesia, which is why, if you can see, this has a little Made in Indonesia sticker on it, and that with the headstock logo leads me to believe that this is one of the latest iterations of the original Kramer brand. And you guys might be wondering why I said this is one of the last guitars that they made, if they make guitars today. But a lot of people don't know that in 1991, the Kramer brand actually officially went out of business, and it was mainly due to the labor strike in Korea, and Floyd Rose sued Kramer over royalties on the tremolos, and that was the nail in the coffin. And in 1991, Kramer officially went out of business completely. And then from 91 to 93, there was no Kramers whatsoever until Gibson walks in, and they give Kramer an offer to say, hey, we want to start making Kramer again, but under the Gibson name. And there was a whole lot of back and forth about it. Kramer didn't really jump on that opportunity right away, and the company was still up for sale for a few years throughout the mid-90s. Michael Jackson actually also put in an offer to buy Kramer to have as his own brand, but they turned that down. And then late 90s come around, Gibson finally gets the go-ahead to buy Kramer, and in 1998 is when they started putting out the new Kramer brands, which were Gibsons, and they were sold exclusively on a website called musicyo.com, and they had a whole bunch of new models at the time. And they were a very niche market, and Music Yo lasted from 1998 all the way up to, I believe it was 2009. And then once the website was shut down, Gibson's said that, don't worry, we'll put Kramers in all the big brand name stores, don't freak out. And they did not follow through on that promise. So this is about 2010. Kramer is yet again pretty much non-existent. And then as the 2010s have progressed, Kramer has come out of the woodwork, still under the Gibson brand, but they've started making a name for themselves again. They're readily available in guitar centers. You can buy them at any music store. They have new models such as the Beretta Special, which is a budget model of the Beretta, which is one of the holy grails in the Kramer line. Came out in 1983, and they also have reissues of some of those models that came out in the 80s, such as the Night Swan, the Beretta, the expensive version with the Floyd Rose. And they've just been putting out fantastic guitars, and I'm thrilled that they're back. So now that we've had a pretty in-depth history on the brand, I'll show you guys this specific guitar, and I'll show you an up-close view of that right now. Okay, so as you guys can see, this is a pretty standard Stratocaster style guitar. It's got a solid ash body. It's pretty heavy. It's got some nice weight to it, but it's not ridiculous. It's not a boat anchor like a 70s Gibson or anything like that. Your basic 3 single coil pickups, got a 5-way selector, 2 tones, 1 volume, and then got a Stratocaster style tremolo. And this guy's got a pretty solid block to it that doesn't move a whole lot. And then standard output jack, and then not a whole lot going on the back. Just again, standard Stratocaster guitar. This neck is what gravitated me to buying this guitar. I picked this up off of Reverb for it was $90 plus 40 shipped, so $130 total. And this neck feels incredible. If I was to go into Guitar Center or something like that and just start picking up guitars blindly, I would think this the neck on this guitar would put it in the $500-600 price range. And obviously, you've got that beautiful pointy hockey stick headstock, which is an added bonus. My biggest issue I have with this guitar currently is these tuning heads. Now, I looked up the official specs. It says they're die cast, but they feel to me like they could be plastic. So I'm gonna go ahead and swap these out for a Wilkinson set, and I'm gonna make a full video on that, and that should be out within the next month. And but other than that, they hold tuning. It's not terrible. They're just a little cheap feeling. But other than that, this is a solid made guitar. It's made in Indonesia in 1987. So it's not slapped together. This is a solid guitar. If you see one of these coming up on the used market, I would highly encourage just giving it a try. And now let's hear how it sounds. I'm going through an Orange Crush 20-watt amp, and I'll give you guys a clean and one with a little distortion, and let's get into that. Okay, I've got it going through the clean channel, and we're going to start off on the neck pickup. And then we will move to neck and middle. And then this is just middle. We'll go with. And then we will go to neck and middle. As you can tell, it's got a little twang to it. And then finally, we will get to the neck pickup by itself. Okay, and now let's throw in a little gain and see how that sounds. Okay, now I've got some gain on it. Gonna start off with the neck pickup and work my way back down to the bridge. Alright, now we will go to the neck and middle. And then we will do middle by itself. And then we will do the middle and bridge. And then finally, we will just do the bridge pickup by itself. Okay, so that's about it for today's video. As you can see, not a bad guitar by any means. I love this thing. Obviously, I'm not the greatest guitar player in the whole world, but hopefully with the demo showed you how the pickup sound. If you're interested in this guitar or any Kramer, I would say absolutely jump on it. Kramer is slowly becoming my favorite guitar brand, and I'm gonna be picking up a whole bunch more of these. If you like the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, anything. Go ahead and comment, tell me what you liked, what you didn't like, anything that you want to do, go ahead and do that. I mean, it's a free country. But thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully you guys will stay tuned to my channel. I'm gonna have a full review out on this amp next Friday. It's the Orange Crush 20. It's a fantastic little practice amp. And I will have hopefully a new guitar within the next couple weeks. Hopefully some pedals on the way. But other than that, again, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys have a fantastic Friday and a great weekend. And thank you.